Hi there, this is David, and welcome back to Let's Play the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. We have a long scene, and I'm going to have to split it up a bit. So we were saved by Claire last time. Almost framed by the army, too. That was crazy. I mean, who knew? The army really is on the take. Wow. Well, looks like everything ended peacefully, though. I wonder if they're really going to pay that sales tax, though. I mean, now that they know that the army is really, against them like that. It's wild. Oh, no problem. Yeah, all in a day's work. I hope that they actually arrested the army captain, too. I mean, he was obviously involved. Yeah, and this girl here, Claire, the Icy Maiden. Oh, yeah, but honestly, you really should have arrested all of them. I mean, not just the criminals, but the army. I mean, because they're criminals too, they were involved in this. But I guess they were just following orders. So maybe it's Duke Alvarado you should really be arresting. Oh. Well, to give us good scores and everything, you know. Sarah's bound to love us. Oh, okay, well, good. Awesome. Yeah, so it looks like the RMP is going to take care of all the problems here in Celtic, so that they don't have to worry about the provincial army, who's just pretty much terrorizing them. Oh. So you just don't want Claire here. Huh. Claire also has a little fan club, and I think that that's what Otto's referring to. That she would just kind of be, she's kind of like a minor celebrity, I guess. And it would take the focus off of the Grand Market and kind of more onto her instead. Wait, what do you mean you regret it? I mean, we were about to get arrested. Shipped off to Berea Hard. That would have been awful. Oh, I guess. You're like the dad in Calvin and Hobbes. Everything awful builds character.
Maybe good, but I'm not that good. Oh! Instructor?
I was wondering when you'd show up.
It's been a while, Sarah.
That it has. 6 months, give or take? Honestly, I had no idea you RMP folks were gonna get involved with this. I suppose you had everything that was happening here figured out all along.
You overestimate my abilities. I did receive a report that suggested there might be trouble here, but that's it.
Oh, from your brother, I take it. Nothing gets past you lot.
We're just trying to make sure we're prepared to deal with any problems that might arise. But I'm sorry to say I don't have any more time to catch up with you right now. I really need to be taking my leave. I wish all the best to you and the rest of Class 7.
Right.
No kidding. She's really pretty, too. It's kind of strange how the dialogue kind of goes in and out here. You would think that here on the PC version, that they would have added dialogue to this scene right here, you know? I mean, it's kind of surrounded by a whole bunch of other dialogue scenes. So it's just kind of odd to have Sarah pop in for like a minute of dialogue and then, you know, the dialogue kind of cut out again. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's a good friend of his. Oh, sure will. Actually, come to think of it, I don't know if we really ever get to see him again. Even in Cold Steel 2, you know? I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
She's asleep again.
You don't think she's faking it, do you?
No. Judging by her breathing, I believe she really is asleep.
Well, it sounds like Group B turned out to be a complete disaster. If she had to deal with them, then come back here on the same day, I'll bet she's totally spent.
Yeah, good point. Anyone would be exhausted trying to sort that out.
It's hard to imagine her actually working hard, though, considering her usual attitude.
It does seem as though she's genuinely looking out for us, however.
So, this is how our first field study trip comes to an end, huh? I think I might have an idea now as to why we're here, though.
I had the same thought. Testing the Arcus is clearly a big reason for coming here, but it's not the only reason. I think it has more to do with making sure we see everything that's going on with our own eyes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Learning more about places in Erebonia we've only read about in books, and getting to see the issues occurring in those regions firsthand, just like in Keldic.
Indeed. And just as we thought and acted swiftly in the face of crisis this time, so too may we be called upon to do so again. These field studies may aim to test and cultivate those skills in preparation for our futures.
Exactly. Add to that good judgment, decisiveness, and general conduct, and I'd say we have a pretty clear picture as to why we're out in the field. Basically, we're training everywhere we go.
Well, you're about half right.
Instructor,
I was so certain you were sound asleep.
What can I say? I can nod off and back on again in the blink of an eye. It's what I do. As you rightly noted, having first-hand knowledge of the areas to which you might be deployed is of tremendous importance, as is the ability to make swift, accurate judgments and solve problems with or without orders. Developing all these skills to their fullest is definitely a major part of why you're undertaking these field studies.
Just as I thought.
it's an interesting approach, but honestly, I've never heard of any other military academy trying it.
You say we're only half right, however. Which begs the question, what's the rest of the story?
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, not at all. I was just thinking about what we did during our field study and why we were doing it. The whole concept seems eerily similar to the MO of bracers.
Now that you mention it,
The Bracer Guild prides itself on protecting civilians over all else, so it seems an unusual source of inspiration for a military academy. But the tasks we were given in Keldic do seem to align themselves quite well with the Bracer's basic philosophy.
Yeah, I guess so. Their emblem depicts a supporting gauntlet, and that's pretty much exactly what we've been for these people. Bracers still have branches all over the continent, but you hardly ever see them in Erebonia anymore.
Well, you got me. Which means...
how are we ever supposed to take her seriously when she says things like that, then conspicuously falls asleep?
Well, whether or not we did in fact get her, it still seems like bracers are somehow related to our activities here.
Not that Instructor Sarah is likely to come clean about our involvement anytime soon. I suppose until she does, all we can do is prepare ourselves in body and mind for our next field study.
Yeah.
Is there something else bothering you?
Oh, no, it's just... Well, we've been in the same class for a month now, and this whole time I've been kind of keeping you in the dark.
What do you mean?
You aren't referring to the issue regarding your swordsmanship, I take it?
No, it's not that. It's something I've been hiding from you all this time, regarding my social class.
What?
Are you saying your family...
Yeah, I dodged the question when Machias asked. But technically, I come from a family of nobles. My hometown is Ymir, in the northern mountains. I'm the son of its ruler, Baron Schwarzer.
You're from Ymir?
Schwarzer. Now that you mention it, I have heard the name before. An honorable family, closely tied with the imperial family themselves, despite being headed by a mere baron.
I never would have imagined you might be the son of a noble too.
I wouldn't have expected you to. I don't act like one. My dad and mom are both quite easygoing individuals. They don't behave like your typical nobles at all. And technically, since I was adopted, I don't have any actual noble blood running through me. I'm upper class in name only.
So, you...
Sounds like you've got your own issues to deal with, just like the rest of us, huh?
I don't think of it as a big deal, and I don't want you to think of it as one either. I just didn't want to keep it a secret any longer. After everything we've been through these past few days, I owe you guys that much. I mean, you're all going to be a major part of my life from here on out. It's only fair to share as much as I can with you, right?
I don't know what to say.
You consider us to be major parts of your life?
Honestly, has anyone ever told you that you can be way too serious sometimes? Just be sure you reveal your true identity to the others when we get back, too.
Oh, I intend to.
Youth. Still, even discounting the strangely perfect timing of the railway military police, that ruler of the forest they ran into in the nature park. Seems to be a harbinger of something big happening behind the scenes.
I like that scene whenever Sarah's like, I got you, and then she just falls asleep. It's cute. Makes me laugh, you know? And they did, in a way, kind of get her, if you know what I mean. Who's this guy?
I must admit, I wasn't expecting the Icy Maiden to show up when she did. We may need to adjust our plans to compensate for this interference.
That won't be necessary. This was not a significant setback. If anything, it provided an unexpected bonus, giving us a valuable glimpse into the means through which the RMP and Intelligence Division coordinate their efforts. With both organizations posing sizable threats to our operation, that information alone makes this all worthwhile.
A valid point. Should we proceed as planned, then?
Of course. The tyrant must yet face the merciless hammer of judgment.
Yes. May his lofty ambitions be crushed to dust and swept away.
God, there's so many things that you kept the second time around. Like, this is really, like, I'm seeing so much stuff that I never really noticed before.
You're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you. Drinks are on me someday. Perfect! You guys are the best!
Well, very nice. Let's go ahead and continue on our way. Oh wow, we're really flying through the months. Huh. I guess it's time for another free day and field study. Now that we're in Chapter 2. Yeah.
Late May. The lino flowers that painted Trista's spring fields had faded, replaced by lush greenery and a refreshing breeze. With the trials of last month's field study behind us, we found ourselves caught up once more in the bustle of school life. Both our combat training and academic studies continued to become more and more demanding. But May also heralded the beginning of specialist classes, more befitting a military academy.
Oh, military science! That's my favorite teacher! Whew, good to see him again.
The Orbital Revolution 50 years ago changed the way wars were fought forever. There are a number of reasons for this fundamental change, but 4 factors in particular that I would argue to be the most important. The first is the invention of orbital guns, cannons, and other weaponry. The increased accuracy of these weapons, as well as their ease of maintenance and manufacture, instantly rendered all other firearms obsolete. The second factor is the associated mechanization of the military. Orbital technology led to the formation of armored divisions made up of tanks and armored cars. The impact this new kind of tactical unit had on the battlefield, with its enhanced offense, defense, and mobility, cannot be overstated. The third factor is the invention of airships. Warships that rely on the gravity manipulation ability of a flight field to remain in the air simply did not exist before the revolution. The sudden addition of a whole new dimension to war, the sky, made countless new strategies viable that were previously unimaginable. And the last factor is the creation of an entirely new practical science, which may be the biggest, most important change of all. Without orbital technology, such a concept would scarcely even have been conceivable, but now we'd be virtually crippled without it. Reen Schwarzer, can you tell the class what that new scientific breakthrough was?
Uh-oh. What could that be? Let's see, orbital arts, communications, or transport via train? No, communications, definitely. Hey. Oh, okay. So it's like cell phones and things like that. Oh, yeah, rather than using letters and carrier pigeons and that kind of stuff. Makes sense. Oh. How do you wiretap something that's wireless? I have no idea. Hey! Oh, yeah, well, this is like an academy, you know? You gotta do your best, Elisa. Gender-divided lessons? Okay. And of course, the women have cooking! Yeah! Can't help but laugh.
Why did Lady Laura have to be placed in a class like that? I was truly looking forward to studying alongside her.
Is that girl next to her not the one who scored the highest on the entrance exam?
I believe so, though I also hear she's a mere commoner.
There's something about that silvered-haired girl that I find oddly soothing. I wonder if she'd let me stroke her hair if I were to ask nicely.
That's quite enough idle chatter. We are members of Class 1. We are above such droll behavior. As well, we cannot allow ourselves to be bettered by that rabble, even in something as insignificant as the culinary arts.
Of course not. I'm so accustomed to our chef doing all of the cooking, however, that I must admit I'm finding this all rather challenging.
Could they make it a little less obvious they're talking about us? I mean, seriously.
It stands to reason they'd be curious about our class. It's hard to blame them for that, at least.
I think you've whisked that plenty already.
Man, this is a long scene. So we've seen what the girls are up to so far, but what about the boys? Find out next time on Let's Play the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.